I did quite a bit of drawing and sketching and regular doodling when I was a little kid. My primary artistic endeavors were all music related. I picked back up really taking art seriously in 2011. I always liked the idea of the printed paper being collaged where you can see kind of like nuggets of information kind of dancing out at you from behind the paint, and just kind of like you can't get away from it. No matter where you look in the painting, there's like little percent signs and numbers and little pieces of an advertisement and headlines and violent kind of imagery and pieces of photographs kind of slid apart, and just kind of like through these cloudy, milky, painty kind of things that are a lot of the times obscuring so that you can't quite see exactly what it is, but you know it's in there. And I feel like it's kind of a representation of what I actually see whenever I like go to my iPhone and just kind of start staring at it. The way I see the whole world doing that all the time, just kind of like staring at the TV set, staring at newspaper, the free newspaper that they get on the subway in the morning, just like everywhere and everyone is just constantly glossy-eyed staring at nuggets of information, and after a while it's just kind of like I see it when I close my eyes. Everywhere, it's just burned into my retinas. It's like internet, data, TV, stock market reports, newspaper, everything is just always there. So that's kind of what my art is coming from. Quite often I start just by collaging paper down to a blank canvas using only artist medium materials. So basically using artist medium gelkid or something like that as glue, as collage glue. The nice thing about this stuff is that you can move it around afterwards, sort of make things look the way you want them. So I'll have a painting, like a canvas, just like with paper, colorless paper, or the color of the paper. You know, if it's like from magazines, there'll be those colors in there. But that'll be like the first step is covering the canvas with the paper. And then after that, I wait for inspiration when I look at the thing, start adding paints and stuff on top of it. The process of making some of the paintings look aged and weathered and rotten or decayed or whatever started happening because I was taking paintings that I had done prior, and I discovered that I could easily age a painting by taking like an old t-shirt and just scrubbing the hell out of it like as hard as I could until like it just started looking like old denim in spots. See, I really like what's going on here right now, so I'm going to actually try to do that in this corner too. And I kind of liked the idea that I could be rough with the painting, and it wasn't all about like being very nice and the very careful little brush strokes. So I started making new paintings with that approach, where I was actually putting paint on the canvas and then basically wiping away or using paint thinner to erode away the paint so I got an effect. I don't have any wish to limit myself or keep doing what I'm doing indefinitely or anything like that. But I wait for inspiration. If it seems like suddenly I should start using something different and it's exciting to me and it brings up that kind of like feeling that, you know, that kind of like little kid feeling you get when you know you're about to do something fun. That's what I'm looking for. That's kind of like the inspiration that I go off of. Like when I'm working on a piece of art, it has to feel like I'm a little kid getting into trouble in the basement and doing something that's kind of like satisfying in some weird way, some new way, creating something, you know, out of nothing. And that to me feels like a little kid having fun. That's the only way I can put it. Otherwise, you know, I'm just pouring materials for no reason at all. You know. Chances are you don't get anything beautiful doing that, you know.